Hello beautiful people, it's your boy Prag, your 21-year-old wrestling fanatic, and welcome to Friday Night Julia. First of all, happy 4th of July to my FROXers. Hope you're out there popping fireworks, grilling some burgers, and living your best American dream.
Stay safe and let's celebrate freedom with some Friday Night Julia vibes.
So tonight we are diving headfirst into 4th July 2025 episode of WWE SmackDown, and oh my god, FROXers, this show was a freaking roller coaster. We got Jacob Fatu beating the hell out of Solo's crew, Cody and Randy throwing shades, Drew getting RKO'd into next week, and hold up, a triple threat tag match that had me losing my damn mind. Plus Trish Stratus is back, baby. Yeah.
And we got some spicy main event action.
Grab your snacks,
Buckle up and let's get into this absolute chaos of tonight's SmackDown.
and trust me, you ain't skipping this one. Alright FROXers, before SmackDown even kicked off, we got Jacob Fatu out here acting unwise.
Straight up ambushing Solo Sikoa and his goons outside the PPG Paint Arena.
This man was throwing hands like he's auditioning for a Marvel movie. Solo, JC Mateo, the rest of the Bloodline wannabe got smashed harder than my phone screen after I dropped it watching Julia's highlight. Jacob Fatu is out here looking like a Samoan werewolf he is, just eating bodies left and right, and I'm like, yo Solo, you thought you were running this show? Nah. Fatu's playing GTA with your whole squad. And you know FROXers, this set the tone for a wild night, and I was already hyped to see what kind of nonsense WWE was cooking up. Alright FROXers, so the show starts with the king of the ring himself, Cody Rhodes, strutting out looking like he just walked out of a movie set. My man's talking about his king of the ring win, hyping up the crowd, when boom, Randy Orton slithers in like a viper he is. Randy's all like, yo Cody, at Nights of Champion, I hesitated, but you didn't, and now I'm coming for that crown. The tension was thicker than my grandma's gravy, FROXers. Then out of nowhere,
Drew McIntyre's big Scottish ass storms in.
talking straight trash, this dude says, as far as I'm concerned, legend killer Randy Orton is dead. Oh hell no! Drew, you did not just say that. And Randy's face like that
Shocked Pikachu meme.
and before Drew could blink, Randy hit him with an RKO so clean it deserved its own TikTok trend. Like hashtag RKO out of nowhere, baby. Randy hit him with an RKO so clean it deserved its own TikTok trend. Like hashtag RKO out of nowhere, baby. And the crowd lost it, and I was screaming at my TV like, that's what you get for talking shit, Drew McIntyre. This segment was pure fire, but man, WWE give Cody some new material. This King of the Ring drama starts feeling a rerun. Next up, we got Charlotte Flair backstage with Nick Aldis, and she's out here begging for a title shot like I begged for Julia's merch drops. Nick is all like, chill Queen, how about a tag team title contender match instead? And Charlotte's face giving,
I'm too good for this vibes.
but then Alexa Bliss pops off, and then they have an awkward chit chat like they are trying to be BFFs, but no, it ain't happening. Fast forward to the triple threat match.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Michi and B-Fab and the Secret Harvest.
RIP Chelsea Green's involvement. FROXers, this match was straight up chaos, and I was loving it. Michin and B-Fab were throwing hands, Secret Harvest were playing dirty, but Charlotte and Alexa, they were on another level. Charlotte's hitting spears, Alexa dropping twisted blades like it's nobody's business, and the crowd was popping off. And talking about the ending of this match, the end of this match was like this.
Alexa pins Michin after a twisted bliss, and Charlotte's like,
Yeah, I'll take a win, but don't expect me to hug you, Bliss. And you know FROXers, they shared a quick hug anyway, and I was like, oh, are we getting a new tag team power couple? But yo, I gotta give a shout out to Chelsea Green. She wasn't in the match, but her heel energy backstage had me stirring like heel crack activated. FROXers, don't judge me. Chelsea's out here serving looks and chaos, and I'm 100% here for it. This match was a banger,
and it earned Charlotte and Alexa a spot in a fatal 4-way tag title match at Evolution.
so WWE, you did this one right, but don't screw it up with Evolution. Next, backstage, Nick Aldis is out here playing chess with the roster, setting up Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for Saturday night's main event, and I'm like, yo Nick, you are cooking something spicy. Then he drops the bomb. Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso are teaming up to face Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo in the main event tonight.
FROXers, I popped off like a bottle rocket on the 4th July.
Fatu in the main event, I popped off like a bottle rocket on the 4th July. Jacob Fatu in the main event, that's kind of party. Alright, next we got the White Six.
Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Lumis taking on some random ass team of Johnny Gargano Gargano.
What the hell is this? Nick, you know what, Froxers? Nick always put this together like he's playing WWE 2K and just mashed random buttons. The White Six dominated with Rowan pinning Sabin after some spooky chaos. This match was cool. Don't get me wrong, Montez was flipping around like he's in a Spider-Man movie. And Johnny Gargano, he was fighting for his life. But Frogsters, I gotta be real. This White Six stuff is giving me 2020 Retribution vibes. And that's not a compliment. Remember that nonsense with Mustafa Ali? Same old spooky faction runs through everyone crap. WWE, stop recycling this filler storylines. The Whites are dope, but give them something fresh, not this tired ass formula. Still, this match had some banger moments, so I ain't mad but disappointed. Alright, Frogsters, it's time for some women's division drama. Tiffney Stratton hits the ring talking about her SummerSlam match with Queen of the Ring Jade Cargill. You all know I'm hyped for that, but then she's like, oh, by the way, defending my title at Evolution against Trish Stratus. Trish freaking Stratus walks out
Looking like she hasn't aged day since 2005.
and the crowd goes nuts. Jade's standing there like, excuse me? What? And Tiffany's just smirking like the heel queen she is. The verbal sparring was straight up fire. Trish was dropping bars like she's still the top dog, and Tiffany was giving that I am the future energy. But Frogsters, I gotta roast WWE here. This booking is some straight up nonsense. They pulled the same
Legend returns for a random title shot crap with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley on Raw.
like, come on WWE, stop recycling this lazy ass storylines. Evolution is supposed to be the big deal, not a filler episode of Legend pops up for no reason. Still, Trish versus Tiffany gonna slap, and I'm here for it. Alright, Frogsters, now let's talk about the main event of the night.
Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso teaming up against Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo.
This match was a straight up street fight discussed as a tag match. Ford is flying everywhere. Solo is out here trying to prove he's the boss, but Fatu's just not having it. Jimmy Uso with the super kick party, Mateo getting thrown around like a rag doll,
And Fatu just demolishing everyone in his path.
in the end, Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso pick up the win after Fatu hits a Samoan drop that looked like it broke the ring. Yeah, Frogsters.
Solo Sikoa in the Shameless and Fatu standing tall.
What the hell of a main event. And you know, Frogsters, post-match, Jacob Fatu tries to put Solo Sikoa through the announce table, but Hikilio and Tangaloa ran out to save their boy. Solo Screw hit a Shield-style triple powerbomb on Jacob Fatu, and I'm like, oh hell no, not my guy. But wait, after the show goes off here, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso sprints out to save Jacob Fatu,
Sending the Pittsburgh crowd happy home.
Frogsters, this was an absolute banger of the main event, but yeah, but WWE,
Stop with the post-match beatdowns every week. It's getting old.
still Fatu is a freaking star, and I'm hyped for what's next for him. Alright, Frogsters, that's it for today's Friday Night Julia review. Tonight's show was wild, messy, and full of absolute nonsense. But hey, that's WWE, right? If you enjoyed the chaos, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments who is your MVP of the night. Happy 4th of July again, and don't blow your fingers off with fireworks. And remember, if WWE bookings ever gets you down, just remember at least you are not Solo's goons getting wrecked by Fatu in the parking lot. Alright, Frogsters, till next time, stay awesome, have a good day, bye.